Kim and I recently picked up this 2002 Lexus SC430 convertible hardtop, and this is kind of our new latest project. This one kind of the first one that's really Kim's car, but what we decided to do first thing was it had these terrible wheels on it, so we swapped them out. I picked up these Rohana RC7s from Custom Offsets, and the one thing I told them was that they had to be flush. I hate on these Lexus SC430s when the wheels set in, and that's really how they came from the factory. And they nailed the front sides, but the back sides still are not perfect. Let me flip this camera around and show you. You can see the RC7s, they sit pretty good. They're a lot better than what was on there, but they are inwards a little bit. The front sides are, to me, they're like dead on, they're perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I just picked up a set of wheel spacers from Amazon. So I'm gonna get those installed and show you how that looks with the new wheel spacers. Okay, you can see that we have already painted up our calipers and the rotors recently because they were looking pretty rusty. But these are the spacers that we picked up from Amazon from KSP Performance. It came as a set of 4, but I'm only gonna put the rear ones on. And these are the 20 millimeter ones. They come in different sizes, so we did some measuring and I figured I needed about 3/4 of an inch. And so these are pretty close. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these mounted up. What I do like about them is that they are the bolt-on kind. So I'm always been a little leery about wheel spacers, but I have been running a set of wheel spacers that bolt onto the hubs on some Jeeps lately. And we have not had a problem when they are the bolt-on kind, and if you use Loctite and torque them to the proper specs. So that's what we're gonna do here today. Okay, so I just opened the box and pulled out the 2 wheel spacers, but I noticed that they did also include some red Loctite, which is nice. I do have my own, so I'll probably save this for a later date. But it is nice that they include a set in each box. And then, yeah, these are your spacers. So these are just gonna mount onto the hub here and bolt on, and then they give you the new nuts to tighten it down. Now the big thing is, like I said, make sure that you do use the red Loctite and torque these to spec. And then they do recommend that after about 25 to 50 miles, you take the wheels off, re-torque these, put the wheels back on and re-torque those. And as long as you follow those important steps, you shouldn't have any issues with running a wheel spacer. So basically you just want to start by putting a little bit of thread locker on your threads. And I just like to do it on all of them right from the start. A little bit on each one. And then once that's done, you can go ahead and take your wheel spacer and you're just going to slide it over like that. And then you're going to take each of your nuts that they include and you're going to thread those on and torque these down. Okay, so I zipped these on in the cross pattern like normal after putting the red Loctite on there. Tighten them all down, but I am going to get my torque wrench out and torque these to spec. Now you may need to have somebody sit in the car, so I had Kim just jump in and hold the brake while I torque these so that they don't just spin on me while I'm torquing them. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my torque wrench, torque these down, and then I'm ready to put the wheel back on and torque those down. All right, so here we go. In about 10 minutes or less, you can see it got the tire stance perfect. Like this is really what I was expecting to get from Custom Offsets / Fitment Industries when I told them what I wanted. I was a little disappointed, but luckily for $100, I got a set of 4 of these on Amazon, and I'm actually only gonna run the 2 rears. So this looks perfect, actually. I mean, you can really tell right here how good that looks, like how perfect it sits in the wheel well. Like honestly, these Lexus SCs look so terrible because from the factory they sit so far in, and this really nailed it, got it perfect. So I just got to do the other side and then I'm good to go. All right, so that's it. In a matter of about 20 minutes, I was able to do both sides with the KSP wheel spacers from Amazon. If you want to go ahead and order a set of these, I will link to them on Amazon in the description below. They do have different sizes, so make sure you do a measurement. We just took a straight edge from the back and then measured across to see about, like I said, it was about 3/4 of an inch was what we were figuring was our gap. And so we went with the 20 millimeter spacers, but again, there's different spacers to get yours perfect for yourself. Again, make sure that you use red Loctite, and after a short time of driving, they say 25 to 50 miles, take the wheel back off, double check the torque on the spacers, and then retorque your wheels. I think that's critical so that you don't have any issues going down the road. You want to make sure that you're safe and have no worries. So make sure you guys follow us here. I'm going to have a lot more content about this SC430 coming up soon, so you're going to want to follow if you have more questions on mods for this thing.